Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, madam.
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning all. This time many students are there. I'm very happy to see that. Okay, I think many of the learners are new to us. New to us means students are not new, but I am seeing them at first time while in the counseling sessions, isn't it? So who are the persons earlier there were? Aditi?
Yes,
Aditi
ma'am.
were there earlier also. Yeah. Okay,
Yes,
no
ma'am.
issue. Now enough number of students are there, and this session is very important, I think, than the theory other sessions because uh, at that time itself you were expressing your doubt, your eagerness to know about the practical sessions in our earlier sessions, isn't it? So luckily, this session has been scheduled by Regional Centre Trivandrum, and in between, a lot of things happened in my profession also. Now I am from Mizoram, not from Kerala. At that time, we were conducting the sessions from Kerala. Now I am. I have been transferred, and now I am in Aiswal, means Mizoram. Okay, and my post has also been changed from assistant regional director to regional director now. So, but as an academic council of MA Adult Education or PGDAE, we have to have the opportunity still to continue our sessions. And let me present the thing first. Do you know what is the course code of our practical session? Anybody can say? What is the course code?
Ma'am, MAEL 001.
Yes, of course. MAEL 001. Other than that of the other theory courses and courses of school programs of School of Education, this program is having a lot of practical works, activities, practical works and activities. Can you see this slide?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
to put it in the slide mode or this also okay for you? No. Is it okay? No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So MAEL 001 comprises of 10 credits. That itself is an evidence of the seriousness of that course. You know, other courses were of sometimes 6 credits, 8 credits like that. But this course of 10 credits and comprises a lot of practical works. And each practical component is very seriously to be approached, and we have to do the activities very seriously at various places. And that itself, the program guide or the practical handbook, that itself is similar to that of a theory a block, and it has very detailed descriptions regarding the practical components to be handled. So, first I will tell you what are the categories of practical components including this course. Do you remember the previous things means our papers MAE 01, 2, 3, etc. and 16, MAS 16 also. These were the courses we have already covered in our counseling sessions earlier conducted. And on the basis of the theory courses and the theory components we have gone through, you have to have the practical experiences because it's not that time itself I told you this theory component is not simply for writing the examinations but to understand as a adult education practitioner very seriously in in-depth manner, because the whole components in the practical sessions are oriented or managed, arranged on the basis of the theory papers. And in each component, it is clearly mentioning that which unit of which course has to be referred for further going. Like that, very clearly, it is connected with the theory components of your papers, your courses. So, if you have forgotten the matters discussed in this theory components while doing the practical sessions at various places, definitely you have to go back to your theory components wherever you felt it is needed. So, our practical components are mainly classified into three categories. One is a community based practical activity, second one is workshop based practical activity, and the third is adult education training center, means institution based practical activity in a particular institution. That particular institution is adult education training center. So these are the three things. By the name itself, you can understand that the community-based practical activity has to be conducted at the community level. The community means where you are living, where you are residing. No need to go anywhere far away, but you can do your activities at the nearest community where you are residing. But the activities are very serious and very much practically oriented. Means you cannot simply write the reports, but you have to go there because we need a lot of correspondence, a lot of approval, authentication from the concerned people. So you don't think that from your place, from your study center, or from your home, you cannot write the report. You can write the report like that. You don't think, because seriously, sincerely, you have to participate in all the activities. In detail, I will tell you what is the community-based practicals and what are the activities suggested by the school for syllabus-oriented manner, and then how the workshop is going on. The workshop has to be conducted at your LSC. You are definitely attached with one LSC, means Learning Support Center, means Study Center, where with the help of the mentors, the coordinators, other part-time staff at the LSC will help you to do your work. And that workshop is a 12 days continuous workshop. And the third is this institution-based practical activities. So all the above mentioned things, means community-based, LSC, practical workshop, everything are institution-based, but this institution is a little bit different, because this institution is an institution where the adult education training programs are taken place. There you have to go as an intern. So actually, this is an internship program. The third component is an internship program. And totally, see how the credits are classified. I told already it is of 10 credit component, and the community-based practical activities are of 3 credits. Workshop is of 2 credits, and the last institution-based practical activity of 5 credits. Thus, it becomes totally 10 credits. And first, for engaging with, to engage with the practical sessions, what is the first thing you have to identify? One, the community you have to identify where this thing has to be done. Then you have to be in touch with your study center to conduct the things. And thirdly, you have to identify an adult education center. Adult education centers, adult education or continuing education center. Many types of centers are there. That is also mentioned in the detailed slides and in your handbook for practical sessions. Like that, you can select any of the center, and then you can plan your studies works there. And it is of 5 credit. And on completion of each activity, you don't think that this is 3 activities in which many sub-components comes. I will tell you very elaborately. So totally, you have to submit 3 reports. 3 reports you have to submit at your LSE. So whatever you are preparing, that has to be submitted in the study center only, not to the school or not to the student evaluation division or regional center. This is the activities in between you and the study center. But the further activities will be taken place by the study center. Study center will look after, definitely they will look after the further matters, and they will send your reports to the concerned places where to send, and all that matters I will tell you. So first you get the idea of the works to be done. What are the works to be done under each category of these 3? So one is community-based practical activities. I told you the first thing to do is identifying the places where to do. At the same time, before going to be engaged with the activities, the matter to be prioritized is identifying a mentor. You know who is a mentor? Mentor can be called as a supervisor, or sometimes that person will be a facilitator to you. So, a facilitator, a mentor, or a supervisor, or a guide. In many ways, you can utilize that person. But generally, commonly, we call them as mentors. I will tell you about the qualification and the position of the mentors. You can sometimes identify many mentors, up to 4. As per the norms of the university, it is up to 4. That doesn't mean you have to identify 4 people, but from 1 person to 4 persons. That means if you are identifying a person or an academic counselor or an eligible person to observe or to help you in the community-based practical activities. And when we are approaching them for the further things, sometimes they may not be able to help you because they may be engaged with their works. So many other things. Sometimes they may be from another place. They won't be able to come with you to observe your classes, your activities there in the third activity. So what they will tell, I cannot do that much. I will be helping you in this particular area only. Okay, you agree with that. You identify another person for the next activities. Thus, a student can identify 1 to 4 mentors. No problem. The same mentor is agreeing with you to do all the works. Very good. So, at least 1 mentor you can identify, or the same mentor can help you in all the activities. Otherwise, maximum in number of 4 numbers of mentors can be identified to supervise the overall activities. That is what you got it, no? If you have any doubt, you have to ask me. When we are telling you, this is not like theory class. Definitely your interaction is needed, because when I am telling all these things, you may have a lot of doubts. You can ask me for clarification. And at first I have to tell you in advance that everything is very clearly mentioned. Actually, I was thinking, while going through the practical handbook, I was thinking that no other practical handbook is seen this much, that much elaborated, that beautifully elaborated, beautifully connected with your theory papers, and it's a wonderful program handbook, wonderful course handbook. This MAEL001 for MAE and PGDAE. So it won't give you any doubt, but as a learner, as a beginner, definitely you may have different doubts, several doubts on the matters discussed in that. So while going through this session, you can ask me. Okay. Now, I told you about only the categories of the practical components and the guide to be selected. Now, see, I told you about the mentor. Generally, for all the categories of the activities, we can select the mentors. See what is the qualification of the mentors. A bachelor degree in any discipline. If he or she is a functionary of a program or working with any non-formal education institution or related institution. Means a bachelor degree holder who is working in a formal education system or non-formal education system can be utilized, can be identified as your mentor. Yes, and also a bachelor degree and a BA degree holder or diploma or certificate in adult education, andragogy, extension education, continuing education, lifelong education, social work, rural development, development studies, library science, or any other relevant discipline. If he or she is an unemployed member of a community or is working with any formal education institution such as a school, college, university, etc. What do you mean by this description? Any teacher, whether he is a school teacher or a college teacher, if he is a librarian with bachelor degree, no issue. And any person having minimum bachelor degree qualification who is engaged with a formal education system or an informal education system. Even a clerical, a person who is in the clerical post having the ability to understand what you are doing and he should be able to handle your things can also be engaged with you to monitor you or to facilitate you. But the person should be an interested person in non-formal education, adult education and this type of activities, community activities, and that person should have the ability to understand what you are going to do and what has to be assessed by that person. So that mentor is not only a facilitator for giving you guidance to do your works, beyond that, that person is an evaluator of you. Because the first level assessment of your works done at all levels, all categories of works are these mentors. So now you understood what should be the ability of the mentor. Then, first, why I am telling this workshop-based activity at LSE? Because actually, as per the categorical description or classification, we were telling about community-based first, then workshop and then adult education training. But now, workshop-based practical activity I am telling because this has to be happened at your LSE, your study center. There, no need to go any other place. You have to go in the study center. The study center will intimate you when the workshop is starting. Otherwise, if you didn't get any information from the study center, anybody of you should visit the study center, ask them to conduct this workshop. Otherwise, you can approach the regional center. From the regional center, the regional center authorities or the person who is assigned for doing this duty will definitely communicate with the study center and they will provide you the workshop. If the School of Continuing Education is taking the initiative to conduct the workshop online or sometimes like that, that will be intimated to the regional centers. Regional center may take, regional center definitely will take the initiative to communicate that information to you. And on that basis, through the given link, you have to join properly, very punctually, continuously for 12 days. Then you have to attend all the sessions. You have to participate all the activities given there, instructed there or scheduled there. After completion about the workshop, you can submit a report and you will get 2 credits. You understand? And the details about the workshop I will tell again. So this workshop activities are the first activities you have to do at your study center, and see how I have been writing this one. The workshop I already told that it is of 12 days duration, not 12 hours. It is of 12 days duration and 4 sessions on every day. Each day 4 sessions will be there. So how many sessions will be there? 12 into for. But the last days, some of the sessions will be one valedictory session or something will be there. And that will be clearly mentioned in your schedule of this workshop. And the session, 4 days session, 4 sessions a day will be there, and with each session of 1 hour and 15 minutes. That is what. Each session is of 1 hour and 15 minutes. That is totally 75 minutes. That is one session. 75 minutes for one session means 60 plus 15. And the total hours of the workshop thus is 12 into 5. Means in 4 sessions, how much of time it will take? 1 hour, 15 minutes into 4 means 5 hours. So 12 days into 5 hours, that is 60 hours. You got it? Sometimes you can unmute and tell something. Then only I will, because I cannot see when I am presenting this slide, I cannot see you there. That's why. Are you hearing?
Hello,
Yes.
ma'am. The workshop activity is conducted by LSC,
Yes.
and these workshop are on a 12-day duration.
Yeah.
And the mode of workshop is online or offline.
Yeah, face to face will be. That will be when the LSE is conducting, that will be definitely face to face.
Okay, ma'am. It is based on face-to-face, means
Yes.
offline.
It
Okay,
means
ma'am.
offline.
Offline. Yes, ma'am.
And every day you got it. 12 days is there. Every day 5 hours each. 5 hours means 5 hours is divided into 4 sessions. One session is of 1 hour 15 minutes. Got it, no? Like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Totally 60 hours will be there. We have to engage with 60 hours in 12 days, and every day attendance will be there. Punctual monitoring of your sessions will be there, because totally you have to participate very actively with the sessions, and that whole sessions will be on the basis of the theory sessions we have gone through in the earlier sessions. So before attending the sessions, either you have to have your study materials with you, because you don't need no need to take all the study materials with you, but as per the sessions and schedules given to you, you can decide, and the hints will be there. What is the topic, and which is the reference guide, means reference materials you have to depend with. That will be there. On that basis, you have to take that study material also on that day in the workshop.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. These 12-day workshop is done after our examination or before examination?
After, because after examination
Oh,
means if the PGDAE students are there, this will be conducted before,
okay, okay.
because they have only 1 year, no?
Yes, ma'am.
For
But
the
I am a student of
but
MAE
together we are
student.
conducting always. We are not separately conducting this workshop. This workshop is common for both. Even if this is conducted after the examination, no problem. The eligibility for doing the workshop is mentioned in the handbook completion after writing the examination. So definitely, we are expecting a well-versed authority in this theory materials, isn't it? That will be happening only after the examination. So I don't think that all students will be eligible or will be able to complete the program within the minimum period of 1 year, because I
Yes,
don't think that you will get that much time. 4 papers are there, isn't it? MAE 1, 2, 3, then your MES 16 is there, then this practical session is there. That is the courses for PGDAE students. The same will be for the MA adult education students also. Second year only they are getting different courses, isn't it? And usually nowadays we are conducting after 2 semesters, means one year. Then only the students will be able to do all these things. It is clear that a student of first semester or after completion of 6 months, no student will be able to conduct all these things. That much clarity and elaboration is given in the study materials of your theory papers. One person has raised hand, please.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good morning. Ma'am, when I asked my study center about this workshop, they said you are the only one participant in this course. So they are not giving any like clarification about the workshop or mentoring like that. Anything they are
Yeah,
saying.
that is why
Even
this. After finishing this session, you can tell that type of queries, grievances, because I think at that time I will invite the study center representatives also. Hmm? They
yeah,
will
ma'am, it
hear
will
it
be
and
good
from the study
because they are
center.
not having any
Not
idea
study
about
center,
this.
regional center functionaries will be there. I will communicate with them. Definitely, you can approach the regional center for getting that type of help, and regional center will take initiative to conduct the workshop, because workshop is very. It is a compulsory component of our program. It is essential. You cannot leave it, because 10 credits you think it is not very silly matter. It is not simply taken place. It has to be taken place very seriously. When I will tell in detail about the components and the activities to be done under this one, you will understand how serious it is. Definitely, because this is first, now we are telling about the introductory matters, but when seriously we are going through the activities in the all categories, then you will understand how serious this is. That much important it is. So don't worry about it. After getting this information, this is the first step the regional center has been taken in this case, because they are definitely for you to conduct the things and everything. That is why they are giving the awareness about it to you. You will get the awareness totally after this, I am sure. Then you will claim for that, you will ask for that, no doubt. You will definitely approach the regional center and study center at the same time. They will do the arrangements for that. Otherwise, regional center will communicate with the school, and school will do the alternative measures to conduct the workshop. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, let me go through the slides. Sometimes you have to interact, otherwise this will be monotonous for me also, no? So sometimes you ask something and to say something. That's good. Okay. So the timing of the workshop will be decided by the coordinator or the program in charge of the study center. Then considering the local conditions, availability of the counseling, so many, whatever it is not your thing. It is the responsibility of the study center. They will manage it, and it is a compulsory component, as I told already. Attendance is there in every activity. Each and every activity they will take the attendance, and it is a compulsory component. And the services of the personnel, such as workshop director, workshop facilitator, academic counselor, and other resource persons, to conduct each and every session, the study center may call some experts. That may be your academic counselor, or some other experts from outside can also be invited as your experts, subject experts, and these people will be utilized for the proper conduct of this workshop based activities. And you will participate in the sessions and perform your relevant activities, because everybody will be assigned each activity, one activity or more than one activity. Group activities will be there, and all you may participate in all the activities and write up the things, and finally consolidate it as a report. The academic counselor or the workshop director. This workshop director or facilitator is assigned by or deputed by the study center to manage with. Because if a workshop director is there, that person will be present every day in the first session itself. So there are a lot of things to sum up with the previous day's things, and what are the other things to do on that particular day, and how you are coming there, whether you are present or not. All this will be guided or observed by the facilitating person or the workshop director, and he is appointed by the study center. Then these people will be with you, and these people are very much qualified as prescribed by the school or in the program handbook. So that is the activities related to. Now I am coming to the things. These all things already I told, so no need to. Workshop mentor, as already we have told, the workshop mentor is little bit, first I was telling about the community based activities mentor. Now the workshop mentor you are doing in a study center. As you know, the study center is a college, isn't it? All our study centers are colleges. As per UGC norms, the study centers and the colleges are working. So the facilitators or the mentors or the academic counselors, that type of persons who are engaged with our activities will be with the qualification of an assistant professor or above. So here the qualification of a mentor is a little bit different and little bit higher than that of the community-based activities. So all the in-service faculties or the academic staff of the university departments or centers of adult education and extension centers, state resource centers of adult education, university departments of education and college education, degree colleges with the departments of adult education, continuing education, extension education, MA, MEd, etc. can be the mentor of you. So they will be a postgraduate person with all qualifications suggested by UGC. Means and a higher education institution academic. That is all. Then specifically the qualification of that person is also told here as you know that we have already told. No need to understood, I think. So the persons, library science people are also like that, a rural development, social work. So they will be assistant professors or assistant librarians or adult education centers directors or state resource centers directors with this social science disciplines. Many disciplines are mentioned here. All that people are eligible for being your mentor. Then otherwise, you have to think. So you are thinking about the facilitator, the mentor. Now, who will be evaluating your work? It is not the mentor, supervisor. But at different levels, your processes will be evaluated. At first, the mentor will be evaluating at first. But finally, the final authority to give you the marks is divided in several segments. Means first internal, like the marks will be given by the study center. And finally, a moderation will be there from the school, and that will be going to the student evaluation division to enter your marks in the grade card. So when you are completing your community level workshop and the institution based activities, internship, a mentor or a supervisor from that institution will give you an assessment, will give you a grade, and their comments will be there. A prescribed format is given as appendix in the last part of your program handbook, this course handbook, and you have to submit it to that person. That person will monitor your work throughout your activities. They will monitor and they will put their grades, their comments as per the suggestions given in the appendix. Then they will submit it to your study center. This PIC is the program in charge or the person who is looking after your activities. So MA Adult Education or PGDAE will be looked after by a particular person, particular functionary in the study center. That person will be collecting your grades, your assessments from the mentor first. And on the basis of that, again your works, your reports will be evaluated by the program in charge in the study center. Then they will consolidate it in the prescribed format of the award list, and your marks will be awarded. That marks will be submitted to the school of continuing education, continuing and extension education is there at Delhi in IGNOU campus. And your reports along with the internal marks given by the program in charge will be sent by the study center itself. There is no involvement from your side once it is submitted. So you may submit your mark, the monitors means the evaluators, Mendes assessment and everything, but it is clearly mentioning that you submit the report, the Mendes evaluation sheet will be given by themselves. You don't involve in that. They will submit it confidentially to the study center. Study center people will collect your marks from the vendor and they will assess once again your reports and they will make a change or they will add the marks already given by the vendor along with their internal assessment. And they will tabulate it, or they will compile it together and duly signed mark sheet will be sent to the school along with the reports submitted by you. The school authority, the concerned program coordinator is there in the school, they will again assess it. If they feel that the mark given is more or less, whatever it is, they will manage it. That is moderation. They will do it again. And that mark will be very confidential. All the marks are confidential. And they will submit another award list to the student evaluation division. Got it? That will be reflected in your grade card. This is what happening regarding evaluation of your works. Now, I think you got all these matters. So, whatever things I discussed till now are the preparations for the things. Because what all things you have to know, where you have to do, who will be the mentor and supervisor, what is the eligibility criteria for them, and how you have to finalize your work, how to submit the report, where to submit the report, how that will be evaluated, and finally how it will come to your grade card. That all matters. Generally, I told. Generally, I told. Is it okay now? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, we are going to the detailed part of our practical sessions. Now, you are getting ready to do the activities. So, the first component. The first component, what was it? What was the first category of activity? Do you remember? 3 categories I told already. What was the first one? Forgot.
Ma'am, community based.
Yes, community based, in which lot of activities are there. What was the total credits?
3.
Total credits of workshop?
And 3 credits.
That is of 3 credits, isn't it? Community based activities are of 3 credits.
3 credits,
The
ma'am.
is 2 credits. The final institutional activity is institution visit activity is there like internship, that is of 5. So 5, 3, 2, 10. So this activity of 3 credits, in which 2 credits are of compulsory activities. Means what? Means what? The whole activities mentioned here you have to do. There is no choice. You got it? This is core activities or compulsory activities. So, from the 3 credit community based activities, 2 credit activities of 2 credits mentioned here, activity A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 up to A6 are compulsory activities. Got it? How many works are there in the compulsory component? 6 activities are there. That is why I told, this is not very silly matter. There are 6 compulsory activities. Altogether, the 6 compulsory activities, you will get a credit of 2. Then,
2 credits.
one more credit is there, no? That one more credit is of optional. That means many works are included. Among them, you can select any of the 1 credit work. But no single work is there allotted for 1 credit. Many single work comprises together to come to make 1 credit. So there also several activities are there. So totally, at least I think 6 compulsory works and 3 or 4 according to the credit. 3 or 4 optional works are also there to fulfill the criteria for getting 3 credits in community-based activities. You got it? Okay. So compulsory part of 6 activities. All together you will get 2 credits and 1 credit of optional ones that I will tell you. So first we have to see what are these compulsory activities of 2 credits. 1. Activity 1. This comes for 0.6 credits. 0.6 credit. Then this next is 0.2. Again 0.2. Then it comes 1 credit. Activity 3B. Again 0.2, like that you can add it. Then totally it will come, 6 works will come together to make 2 credits. What is the first activity? Activity A1. Activity 1. Conducting a survey of a community, local institutions and government programs. This is the first activity. You just think about the title, because after telling all these activities, again I will go very deeply to say how to do all these activities specifically. So all these 6 activities and the other optional activities, I will elaborately tell how to work it, how to be evaluated, what is the criteria for evaluation, how to write the report of each and every work, where to submit, like that I will tell you. Where to submit is already told. Where to submit? All work has to be submitted. How to be submitted? At where?
Study center.
Study center. So no need to tell further again and again where to submit, who will monitor, no. First you got all the points about the mentor. The mentor will do it and you will finalize the report and you will submit it to. Mentor is observing your activities, not report. Mentor is giving you marks for your activities. But the report is evaluated by the study center only. Understand? So there is no need to give a report to the facilitator or the mentor. The mentor is helping you to prepare that. That is the duty of the mentor. Mentor will definitely help you to. Mentor will help you to identify your institutions. If you are going to conduct a survey in a community institution or a local institution, how will you know? But your mentor will be able to tell you, you have to go there, and that person will help you to connect with that institution, and they will give you the contact number of the persons, and they will definitely introduce you to that person or that institution. And sometimes he may come with you, she may come with you to visit that institution, like that. And how to do the survey, to whom you have to consult with, everything will be suggested or guided by the mentor. That is the duty of the mentor. And finally, when you are writing the report, that mentor definitely will help you how to write that thing. Means you are writing. That person may not be that much able with like you, because you all are very highly educated persons and working somewhere. So you know how to write. But just for the sake of comfortability and for considering that person, because sometimes he may be a person of bachelor degree. You don't think that I am a PhD holder, how one bachelor degree person can help me, because our experiences are different. Whatever we are, you are working, that is different. But you are being engaged with another institution, it is totally unfamiliar to you. So even a person of bachelor degree can help you in that, because that person is very much familiar with the institution where we are deciding to go with. You understand? So you don't show that superiority, your higher qualification, because in some cases we all are well versed in some areas only. In the other areas we are ignorant. So there the head weight or the ability to supervise is with that person only, no? So be polite and cordial with the person who are with you. And you are, before finalizing the report, you just, ma'am, these are the things I have written, or sir, I have written like this. Is it okay? Just for the sake of cordial relationship and rapport, you just show them, they will be satisfied and they will give you good marks. That is also needed. That is also one component to the study center person to evaluate your records and all, no? So this is the responsibility of the supervisor. That is what I have to tell you. Now, activity 1 is conducting a survey of a community, local institutions. I will tell you later what is the type of institution, what type of survey you can conduct, what questionnaire or what type of tool you have to utilize to conduct that survey, how you have to approach them. All these things are the matter to write report. So, if you are thinking that you are a well-versed person and you are working in such a big institution, don't think so. If you know it, very good. You just simply write all the steps and prepare the thing and you conduct it. But you have to depend the tool given as appendix in the last portion of your handbook. Second activity is conducting a survey of career interests of degree college students. So, several surveys are there. The first survey is a local community survey. Then, second survey is conducting a survey with the college students. And you are surveying the career interests of the degree students. You know that, have you learned psychology or that type of things? If we are going to measure or the career interests of the students, definitely we should have a tool like that. The tool is given in the appendix. You have to depend on that. You conduct a career survey with the college going students and make a report. Then activities 3 is the internet browsing and commenting upon 10 given websites in detailed manner in your handbook. The 10 internet browsing components are given, browsing net addresses are given, links are given, and you have to browse that internet machines or that servers. You have to browse for what, these all browsers are related to the browsers of adult education or extension education programs. So how you are being familiar with this field, that is what the priority. So you have to browse the given sites, then what all activities are assigned for you, how to do through that. That also I will tell elaborately. Then the third work is activity 3 has 2 components. One is internet browsing. The second is organizing a campaign or promotion of awareness of functionality in the community. That campaign is regarding some matters and it is connected with the internet browsing. When I am telling it, I will tell you later. Now, just for your familiarity, you go through the titles given. One is the first activity A1 and A2 are surveys. One is survey with the community. The second one is survey with the bachelor degree students or college going students, that is degree students. And the third is internet browsing. And third B is also internet browsing related one activity. And you are conducting and organizing a campaign with the community on the basis of the internet browsing done. And you are sharing that experience with the people. So that 2 works are related almost together, but 2 works. It is separate. Then the fourth activity is also having 2 components. The first is community networking and information dissemination, holding a meeting and showing the given websites. So this is also related to the websites that I will tell you how to do. Then the next work of activity 4 is activity 4, 3 and 4 the 3 and 4 is of 2 activities, A and B, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B. Observing as a participant or as an outside observer any training program organized for field functionaries. The field functionaries of adult education or extension education will be there nearby you. You may go there and observe and be a participant of that program and write the report. And the next work is, fifth work is seeking intervention of implementing agencies of formal. Means Sasharada Mission is there, adult education system is there. So many institutions are there for imparting adult education, formal and non-formal educations. Go with them and know how these agencies are implementing their programs. Why it is? It is for giving you a training in planning of adult education. You have learned a lot of matters in the planning of adult education, but you have to practice it. That is the importance of that work here. The next activity and the last activity of the compulsory component of your community-based work activities is establishing a professional network of student colleagues or peer group and professionals or experts. So you are going to be collaborated with either your peers or with some other people in this field. Because an adult education practitioner has to have the collaboration with many other agencies, many other institutions, many other groups, non-formal agencies, etc. How you will be able to maintain that type of relations? We are giving you an experience by assigning this activity. So every activity will be giving you an opportunity to be an expert in the field of adult education. So these activities are planned very well. So these are the 6 activities assigned for you as compulsory activities under first category community-based activities. Okay. Now we are going to the second part of the community-based activities. What are they? The optional activities. I already told you this is of 1 credit. So community-based activities are of 3 credits. 2 credits are for compulsory activities and 1 is for optional activities. You can select here 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 activities are there. For this optional activities, 9 activities given, from which you can select any of the activity. But altogether it should come 1 credit. That is why the credits given in brackets. So every activity is mentioned here with its credit. So totally you have to do an activity, many activities of 1 credit. So you can select, you are free to select the works. But one suggestion is also given which will be good to connect, to take together. That I will tell you. So what is the optional activity 1? Gathering and addressing the community on a community issue. Go to the community and address any of the issue of a society. 2 is facilitating the establishment of an adult education center. Means adult education center or continuing education center in the community. Means what? As a person or as a learner of adult education course, you are taking the role of a facilitator. That also an experience for you. You are going to your community and you are doing. You will involve as a problem solver to on a particular issue, that is one work. The second work is you are also being the part of an adult education establishment to do something. Sometimes you are going there, you are working or you are spending some time with the people of that particular center to make a what is that, handouts, or to prepare a brochure, or to conduct a workshops for the practitioners of that adult education place, or sometimes you may be going for performing as a mentor there, like that. Whatever role is needed in that adult education center, you can be for a small time, and that has to be reported. Then organizing a community talk. You have to organize a talk or a debate or a panel discussion in the community. Then organizing a quiz program in the community. Organizing a discussion in the community. Organizing a field trip for the community. when we were discussing about the adult education theory component, I was telling about all these matters. How, because under every chapter, every unit, these type of things were there. Sometimes you can conduct for a relaxation, making a relaxed mentality to the learners of an adult education center. You take all of them for a field trip. It's not meant that you are going somewhere away. No, sometimes it may be a nearby place, but never these people have been visited. Like that one place you can identify and you can take them together. Why or for what? That I will tell you later. And the next activity is organizing visits by functionary of development and welfare programs of by specialists or for promotion of a sustainable development practice in the community. So that is also a kind of activity, sustainable development activities, because many type of plastic, making plastic free villages, making some other sustainable activities, sometimes water recharging or utilization of the resources, natural resources very well, or cleanliness or health aspects. So many that type of sustainable activity things are there among societies. So go and visit that type of an activity and be the part of it. Then observing the functioning of a coaching center in your place, there will be some coaching centers. Go there and visit how they are organizing that coaching centers, what all activities are going on there, why we are doing this. As the part of the adult education practitioner, definitely we also have to have that kind of things in our society. So, to get that experience. The last case, promoting a socially useful and productive, that is an entrepreneurial activity. This is actually. So, the people in our society will be skillful with many other things. Identify them and give them, orient them to do some productive work. These are the activities community based. All these 9 works are not for doing, but you can select any of the activities which is of 1 credit. So many activities come together to make 1 credit. So you select what are the activities you can do you without much effort in the nearby places, and you select it. It is your option, your choice. That these are the
Ma'am,
activities.
only one we should do
No,
from
no,
this.
no, no.
Only one.
See. Can you see the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the credit given in the brackets?
0.2.
Is it enough for 1 credit?
No, ma'am. And ma'am, one more doubt. While we are submitting the report, we should add the photos we have taken while doing this
Very
activity.
good, very good. If you are doing your report like that, it is very good. All the nowadays, I think this program is of 2018. Actually, this program has been established, has been launched in 2018. The study material is also written that time. After that, and this COVID scenario has changed the world a lot, isn't it? So our vision, our approach, our documentation, everything has been changed a lot. So that drastic change happened in our world. Definitely, that has to be performed and documented like that by you also. That is appreciated. You will get that much good marks. Good. That suggestion is also good. So do like that, no issue. So altogether, in this component, in the optional component, it should come 1 credit. So you may have to select as such. If you are taking 0.2 credits the program, like that you have to take at least 5. Then only it will come 1 credit. Is it? Because almost all programs are of 0.2, I think. 1 is 3. Different things are there. If you are taking of 3, 6, then again 2 twos. One is this organizing field trip is of 5 credit. So 0.5 credit. Then that itself is a big work. Then you can take another 2 of 3 and 2. Then altogether it will come 1 credit. Like that you can calculate. No issue. So at least 3 works will be there. What do you mean by this? If you are taking the activities of more credits, definitely at least how much of credits you have to take, activities you have to take? Minimum 3. Maximum according to the activity and credits. Okay, among 9, minimum 3 you have to take to make it 1 credit. Like
One
that.
credit. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes.
all the reports of these activities like organization a quiz program, for example, means activity B4, organizing a quiz program in community. Okay,
Yes.
ma'am, these activity are done with student of any institution or
I will tell you,
what?
I will tell you. Because all the activities we will discuss elaborately. All
Oh,
activities. And
okay,
just
okay,
now I am giving you an information regarding the titles of the activities. But in depth, we have to go to each and every, because there are many steps to do everything. Simply we cannot see because we are learners, intensive learners, isn't it? So, and we cannot approach the activities as a layman. Step by step, we have to approach, and in each step, how to do, where to do, what type of questions we have to take, to whom we have to conduct, with whom, among whom we have to conduct. Everything is there. That I will clear. Don't worry.
okay.
I'll tell you. Okay, then. Now you got the points now. We were completing only one category of work of 3 credits. Once again, I will tell you for your knowledge in summary that the first category is of, you can say, I think, what you have got from my discussions. Please tell me. And you all may have to be the part of this discussion. Please. All others are there, no? We have a good number of students here this time. Including me, there are 21 people. 20 students are there, very good number. Please tell me, you be involved with the discussion, please. How many activities are there totally? I'll ask you some questions. How many activities are there totally in the community-based activities?
That is divided into two, compulsory activities and optional activities. In
Yes.
compulsory activities, there are 6 activities, and optional activities, there are 9.
And in the optional activities, how many are there? Another person has to tell.
For
How many?
optional activities to score 1 credit, we need to conduct at least 3.
At least 3 we have to do. At least 3. But how many works assigned there?
Yes, ma'am.
Total 9. Isn't it? Among the 9 activities, we have to select as per our choice of 1 credit. 1 credit is always for different activities because there is not even a single work with 1 credit. The maximum credit is 0.5 for the field work, means a field trip. So you may have to identify activities, different activities to make it as of 1 credit. Got it? So totally 9 plus 6. 9 plus 6 means in the 6 also some subcomponents were there. So actually 6 plus 8. So in the compulsory area, if even if it is of 6, 2 subcomponents were also there, like that 8 activities mentioned. All that are compulsory. In this 9, among the 9 of 1 credit you have to. That is why it is called optional. You got it. Now we are coming to the workshop. But workshop we have already told. But in detail. I think there is no need to tell all the matters. But just for the information, I will show you the page of that handbook. Because it's a huge table. It's a big table. I cannot reproduce everything in the slide. So what I did, I will show you what is the activities given in the workshop. Otherwise, I will be giving you a detailed activities regarding when we are giving in-depth elaboration with the things. At that time, I will give you. Now we can go through the This is for, I'll tell you, just a minute. So each and every activity is given like this. That's what I told. This handbook is very effective. And see, we were telling about all the activities. Now we can go in depth. Activity 1, conducting a survey of community or local institution government programs. Do you have any idea about this activity? Can you, if you are having any guess or idea about this, you can tell me, you can share me. Otherwise, it is clearly given. Some instructions are given. You told me, you asked me about the quiz like that. Our program is of adult education program. Don't forget that. So, when the adult education program starts for whom? Is it for school going children?
For adolescents.
No,
No,
this
ma'am.
is for adults,
No,
no?
ma'am.
And we are considering our beneficiaries or our learners. From what age? Up to but non-formal education, adult education students are there at the same time. Non-formal education students are also there. Both we have to, and continuing education students are there. So we have to consider the beneficiaries in all these categories. So, non-literate adults, that is 15 plus age group. Out of school children, that is 6 to 14 age group. They are not coming under adult education but continuing education or non-formal education. Then adults with qualification of 10th pass and above. Persons below poverty line. Persons requiring educational and vocational guidance and counseling and alternative learning systems existing for out-of-school children and adults. These are the beneficiaries. So when we are going to conduct the survey, the people who are to be addressed for this survey will be these kind of students or this category of people. So the discontinued people, the discontinued school children, adults, and especially we have to give importance to the people from the poverty, below the poverty line and the rural areas like that. So you may identify the people to whom with we have to conduct this survey. Then, conducting a survey of different prominent institutions existing within a radius of 5 kilometers of your locality. Why that is specifically mentioning? Then only we can say that we are doing community service. Our area is community based. So, the community is our own community where we are living. So that is also be evaluated by the evaluator. If you are doing something, that doesn't mean, because each student of adult education program, whether it is postgraduate diploma or MA, your activities should be benefited for the people around you. That is a motivation for you to work for them. So our own locality has to be considered for our practical works also. That is why it is specifically mentioning that within a radius of 5 kilometers of our locality to provide educational, health, development and other welfare services and document them for local networking and institutional collaboration for community benefit and public purposes. Here, this means on which topic you can conduct the survey. So many topics are there. If you are going to conduct a survey among the people, like drinking water scarcity is there near the locality, you go there and conduct a survey there. What type of resources are there available in the locality, from where you are getting what, how many members are there in your family, almost how much of water you are taking a day and how much is available, whether you have a well or a pond nearby, from which source you are taking water, and who are the people who are engaged with the water fetching people, like that. So many related matters are available there. Is there any economic financial help and subsidized projects are there in the panchayat or in the rural society for giving you water connection? Do the how pipe water, government's pipe water connection, is connected with the domestic pipes, or you are taking it from the street? Is a common public tap, or personally for each family? Like that, a lot of questions are there related to that. If you are conducting an educational survey, you can conduct the number of people, demographic details of the people, the educational qualifications of the people, nearby institutions available, how many and what is the level of education of each member, what is the reason for discontinuation if happened. So very logically, in a research manner, we have to make the questions for that. And if you are conducting a survey for health issues, about the diseases and the initiatives of the government for getting, if the nearby hospitals, availability of medicines, community health, medical medicines departments, and what all medicines you are getting, is there any palliative care units there, is any government medical sector people are visiting your home for, like that. If any epidemic diseases are there in your family, if anybody has any communicable diseases, if continuous treatment is going on there, what medicine is, from where you are getting it, do you get any financial help, any reimbursement or free medicine, so, like that. How many questions we can ask? So do make questionnaires in that way and do the survey. You got it, no? Then, conducting a survey of non-formal education, development, welfare, and other, means any adult education center is nearby. Is there any Anganwadi near? Is any women education institution there? Like that, the peculiarities, the facilities available there, how many students are there, are they coming every day, what is the attendance of the people, what all nutritious food and midday meal provisions are given there. All these are the provisions nowadays. If you have any idea about these institutions, very simply you can make the questions and administer it there for survey and get it to be used. This is a precocious training for you. It is a prerequisite for you to be an adult education practitioner. This is what. So, what we are aiming to, I already told you, you may have to have an experience with the connection with the community, the issues related to our communities, how to handle it, how to solve it, how we can do the surveys. Means surveys are a scholastic approach. It's a scientific approach to deal the social matters. So you are also being the part of it. Go like that. Then, once you have conducted this thing, what is your role? Your 10 non-literate adults and their interests to learn. See, so many to conduct the survey of a community. There are a lot of things here mentioned. Appendix 1A is for 10 non-illiterates, 10 out of school children. Appendix 1B is that. Appendix 1C, 1D, 1E, like that. All the categories of things have to be dealt on the basis of the 8 appendix given in your handbook. Everything is there at the end of this handbook. Take the appendices as per the suitability of your area of survey and use it. And then you identify this kind of institutions, at least 3 schools. If you are conducting a local area school survey, 3 schools you have to identify, 3 primary health centers. If it is hospital or primary health centers, 3 community centers, 3 community halls. If we are doing some survey in the library, take 3 libraries. Like that, the number is given. Carefully go through that and utilize the appendices. Each appendices 1, 2, 3, like that, everything is given. Then this document the survey. the identified community members, institutions, government programs, and their functionaries in the form of local directory and could be useful for their networking. So if we are going to an institution which is connected with this, if you are visiting a primary health center, write your visit diary, write a visit diary there, for what purpose you have visited there, what you have done there, like that. Then that will be benefited for them, and at the same time that will be a record. You can attach that visit diary also, a copy of that with your report. Finally, what will be the report? You have to have a report of 8 to 10 pages. 800 to 1 page is meant for 100 words. Like that, 8 to 10 pages of report you can. If it is 12 page, no problem, but it should not be less than 8 pages. Like that, you prepare a report, and a note is also given attached to the report, to the appendices on which you have collected the data or information. So all the reports have to be attached with the appendices. If some photographs of some related documents, like that, I have told you that you are writing a visit diary, you can attach the copy of it. And one of our friends was asking that whether we can take some photographs of it. Yeah, definitely you can take some photographs and attach that. Also, that appendix you have used for data collection has to be attached with it. It's compulsory component. Okay, then only the evaluator will understand that you were utilizing the prescribed format or the appendix for data collection, and properly you have done that your work. That way you prepare the report or attach all the appendices, submit. And before that you show this to your mentor. 1 second please, I'll come. I have to close that, externally some sounds comes.
Meanwhile, may I request everyone to check the message box, please?
What is it? What you were asking? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
You're audible, ma'am.
Yeah, what somebody was asking, Dr. Fasal? Iqbal? What you were asking?
Nothing, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was telling you, this way you have to finalize the report and submit it. Before that, you just show the report your mentor also. Your mentor will help you to at the formats given in the relevant. The mentor will look in the formats, appendix, annexes, and throughout your work that mentor will be there. And that doesn't mean that when you are going for a survey that mentor will be there. No, don't expect like that, because that person will be engaged with their own works. But with the information of that person only you should do the things. That person will facilitate you to identify the individuals, institutions, their persons, key persons to whom we have to take the consultation, consent, our their permission. All this will be given by the mentor. Then you prepare the report, submit it to the study center, and the study center people will be evaluating on the basis of the ability of you to approach the community members and collection of data, your familiarity with the local institutions, your awareness of the program and acquaintance with the functionaries, ability to use the given format, understanding the community and its needs, ability to interact with the people and establish a network, skill of collecting and presenting this data, structure of your report, your comprehensiveness of the report, your quality of the report, means how you have expressed your ideas, in which sequential order, is it in a beautiful language, whether the appendix and everything has been attached. Everything will be assessed by the evaluator. That evaluator is the academic counselor in your study center. So this will be using, and on the basis of the rating scale, means the rating scale is the above mentioned matters. On the basis of these scales, they will give you marks and credit points will be given to you. And specific matters, it is mentioned, please listen on that. Collecting the information by using the proforma is, you have to take 14 hours. 14 hours means it will take that much of time. Where organizing and presenting the documenting and information is 2 hours. Preparation of the brief report is of 2 hours. Like that, the total number of hours and credits you have to take is 18 hours for a 0.6 credit program. Understand? Because we have one credit is equal to 30 hours. Do you know that? I think I have told it in the earlier classes. As per the IGNOU norms, IGNOU standardize one credit of 30 hours. Like that, if you are going to complete the 3 credit program, at least in 90 hours you have to spend. Ideally, means for planning, consultation with the facilitators, mentors, or visiting the institution, arranging the questionnaire, administering the questionnaire for data collection, then bringing it back, analyzing it, writing the report, consulting again with the facilitator, mentor, then writing the report, then submitting it at the study center. All together, you have to spend how much of hours? 33 into 30, that is 90 hours. For this work only 18 hours, that is what ideally given by the school or the education planner. Like that. Next activity is conducting a survey of career interests of degree college students and their interest in involving themselves. The same way you have to conduct a career interest survey among the college students, means degree, bachelor degree students. How to conduct it? That what you have to approach 20 final year graduates. So the survey has to be conducted among 20 final year students, identify their career interests in pursuing higher education programs through ODL mode or programs of IGNOU in general, or whatever is, if it is for regular course also, no problem. And identify the persons who are interested in adult education programs. This survey is specifically aimed to identify adult education practitioners in the community. If you have interest to identify, this is for the facilitating of the department, for the government and the policy. So you have to contribute for that. If you are a student of PGDAE or MAAE, definitely you have to facilitate the Department of Adult Education and Continuing Education of our nation. For that, this thing. Here, you can utilize the Appendix 4, get the data, prepare the final data to 2-3 pages. It means 200 to 300 words, including the details of the college, the students and their interest. And you can just put the details of the students also as a list. These are the students who are engaged with, and the students are of this college, like that. And this also will be submitted to the facilitator. A facilitator will assess all these matters. Finally, it will be done by the concerned resource person at the program study center, at the study center, and it will be submitted there. It is of 6 hours because this program is of 2 credits only. Then the third activity. Do you have any doubts? Because many programs are there. 2 hours is not enough. That is why.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Here, in last pages, they have given the appendix like 1, 2, 3, 4, and all. So while conducting the survey, we can take this form and we can use it to collect the data.
Definitely. For that only it is. So you have
Okay,
to
so here
take the
they say
printout of the.
we should take data from 20 students. So we can take the print and we can collect the data from 20 students, and we can attach that 20 prints with our report.
Yes, and it is on the basis of the questionnaire. If it is like a questionnaire, you can take it. Otherwise, and then I think if we get time, we will just go through the appendix data. After finalizing all these discussions, we will go through the appendix also. Then we will understand what type of appendix it is. You understand? If it is an appendix which is for the data summarizing, then it has to be utilized in a separate manner. Then you have to frame a questionnaire for separately for the students to get the collection. I think it will be clear now itself. I'll go to that appendix 4, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you. Because you have asked it, we can clear it now itself. It is activity A6, activity,
In page number 90, ma'am.
yeah, page number 19, 90, isn't it? 90. I will come. Okay, this is appendix 3, this is 4. See, conducting a survey of career members of degree college students and their interests in involving themselves in adult education activities in the community. Here, name of the student, yeah, name and address of the college, name of the student, discipline and year. This appendix is to list out the students. 20 is there now, so this only one is needed. This is the final submission. Discipline and year in which a degree is being pursued. Interest in pursuing higher education through ODL mode and IGNOU programs, interested or not interested. Only a simple thing this is. Within few minutes you can finish this one. So you ask it, take the details of the student, just put tick mark. Not or yes or no, you can write. Interest in pursuing PGDAE program of IGNOU and in involving adult education. So that also, interested, not interested, cannot say. Like that, you can ask them and you can write it here. So this is the summary of the same thing you can utilize as collect the survey data, collect the data, and the same can be submitted in the thing. I think there are 20 items. Name of the signature of the student means you. You are the student here. Here the last one. Understand?
Okay, ma'am. So we don't want to we don't want to make any other questionnaire
No,
for this.
nothing is needed. This only needed. So you can take this directly to the college, go there, visit 20 students, ask them and write the result of the thing in the corresponding columns. Got it? Like that you can write 20 students interest and non-interest. That is the only aim, whether they are interested to do the adult education programs in their higher option. That's okay. Finalize it, you give it with a date, a
Yes,
signature
ma'am.
of the student.
Can you please explain that appendix 3 also?
Yeah. Appendix 3 is also like that. Activity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. So up to 6. All the activities are given here. So this appendix 3 is for all the compulsory activities. Here, wherever appendix is needed, there you have to write. This is for to be filled and submitted by the student to the program in charge. This is for evaluation. To be filled in and submitted by the student to the program in charge or the coordinator of his program study center during the workshop. So this is an assessment sheet. This is given to the student for each and every student to the school finally. Date of completion of the activity, activity 1, activity 2, like that up to activity 6. Okay. Then they will be awarded 3 credits. So the credits given against each row, each activity, but the credits awarded by credits and the details awarded by the people will be given in the date of completion of the activity, name, qualification, designation, if any, and address of the mentor, guide, facilitator. This is a preliminary information regarding your work uh, given to the study center coordinator. You are giving this summary about your compulsory activities. Name of the student, enrollment number, address. Then details of all these activities. Finally, the report above activities duly authenticated and commented upon by the concerned mentor or guide attached to this proforma. That is signature of the student and name. Then see signature of the program in charge and the coordinator of the PSC. Acknowledgement is there. Then separately, therefore, each and every activity in Mendes conducting a survey of career interests of the degree college students that already we have told. What about the one? See, anyway, we have gone through the appendix. What is the performer for the certification by the mentor? See, this is the certification by the mentor and guide. So, on the basis of the certification of the mentor and you have to submit both the things to the
Excuse me, ma'am.
study center, LSC. Yeah.
मैम
Yes.
द मेंटर और गाइड और फैसिलिटेटर जो है ये selected by whom
Student.
selected by student.
Yeah. As per your convenience, from anywhere you can select.
As per I convenience, I select my mentor.
Yes. From
And-
your village, or nearby institutions, or an institution somewhere else, no issue. But that person should be able to assess you.
Yes, ma'am. Any of the faculty or professor of any
Yes, yes.
college of education, they are mentoring me.
Yeah, any of the means I have given you eligibility criteria at first itself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, on that basis of the eligibility criteria prescribed by the university, you can select any person. There is no area restriction and other things. Only qualification and disciplines.
Ma'am, a person is a associate professor of Department of Education.
Oh, wonderful. That is very much eligible.
And he is mentoring me. That is good now.
Yes, definitely.
And yes,
And
ma'am.
this performer has to be given to that person. That person will fill up the performer that certify that the whole 6 activities you have done.
Yes, ma'am. And
If
there is, ma'am,
you are identifying more than one mentor for different activities, up to what I have told you, do you remember how many maximum you can select?
how many mentors I can select?
Yeah, I told already. How
Up
many?
to 4.
4, yeah. So, if so, you have to submit separate mentors report.
Okay,
If the
ma'am.
first person is telling that the student has done activity 1 and 2, then they may certify that. The other person has to certify that the student has done activities 6, 5, 6, like that. Okay, no issue. So maximum 4 mentors you can have for the whole activity.
Okay, ma'am.
So
Maximum 4
while
mentors.
writing the,
Yes.
so while writing the report, we should give an idea about our mentors. We should add their
Yeah,
details.
definitely. When we are attaching the separate sheets, definitely the details of the mentors are coming, no? If you are attaching the 3 separate appendix of the mentors, that means that 3 persons have guided you, or for which activity they have guided, that will be there, no? Then what is the problem? Then that will be understood by the academic counselor or the evaluator at the study center. Then, any doubt? Can I proceed? Our time
Yes,
is
ma'am.
going to be over. Only half an hour is there. So,
Yes, ma'am. I
do you
think
want
this
to have
handbook is
any
anyhow.
break or anything? No. You want to have? This is already 11:34. Hello.
No, no, we don't want any break, ma'am. Anyhow, this handbook is a self-explanatory, so we can go through that.
Yeah, that's a lot of things are there. Many words are also there. So I think it is, I have to go a little bit quickly. So now you understood about this pro forma, na? So you go through all the pro forma and in which way it is there. You write, if you have any doubt, you can put this in a group. I will answer. I think you have a group, no? Otherwise now you have to make a group of all these people.
Actually, we don't have group, ma'am. If we have make it, it will be very useful.
Do one thing. In the Google Meet, you give anybody be admin and give the number now itself. Don't wait for another time. Good. Make it. You share each other your number. Anybody who is interested to be the admin of this group, please take initiative voluntarily and come forward. And
Okay,
yeah.
I'm taking the initiative. No need to share any numbers. I will post the link. Just click the link. You will be in the group.
Yeah, please share your number there. Then others can take it and be the group members. All of you can do that. I'll give you 2-3 minutes for that. Please do. That is necessary because we need to have the peer group here. Because you all the students are from the different areas of our nation, and it is always better to come under one umbrella for doing your activities. Dr. Fasal Iqbal has given his number. Please note it down. It is better to take the number of him first by all individual students, and you make it convenient to join together or make him to make you join. In which way it is easy, you do like that.
Everyone, please click on the link which I posted in the message box. So automatically you will be joining in the group.
Very good. Do it. He has shared a link. Please join. Click and join that link. So at the moment itself we can make the group. Then I will share my number also. Otherwise I will also. Okay.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
I request you to please join this group also,
Yeah.
so that if any query, we will call you or
Yes.
message at our message WhatsApp group.
Yeah. I also did that.
Ma'am, please join the group.
Okay. A good thing you have done. If you have any doubt, I think I can also share my views and help to you. Yeah, all have done. Okay. Okay, good. Shall we proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think some of the students have my number and already they had one small group where 4 or 5 members were there. Adira and all were there, I think. No issue. That will be good for us. Okay, go ahead. Is it finished? Then I can. Otherwise. Okay. Now, we have already told about this optional activities, all activities we told of 3 credits. Now come to quickly finish it. Like that, this workshop is also given here. Workshop, I think, can you go to this one now? All the days, what is the workshop? See, for a summary, I will little bit tell about this one only. See, next to the workshop, because the whole thing we have to discuss. Only few minutes are there. See. This is an overview of the workshop sessions activities. I already told you, you will be informed by the study center to engage with the workshop activities. Otherwise, you have to approach because you are self-motivated learners of open and distance learning. Don't expect that the authorities and the study centers will come behind you to call you for doing with the activities. You are self-learners, self-motivated learners and responsible learners of open distance learning. Please take the responsibility of the matters. And especially for this program, I think all our postgraduate holders and PhD holders are there, and you are in service people. You are in service, so no need to tell what responsibility you have to take to complete your program successfully. So do one thing. You approach your regional center as earlier I told, and get uh, connected with the study center to do these works. Otherwise, this will be a serious matter regarding this workshop. In the workshop, uh, this is actually, I have to tell you that this is actually a review of the theory papers. This is the practical sessions of the theory, what we have learned in the theory papers. So all the sessions are selected and scheduled like that to be acquainted with the theory matters we have already discussed in the and we are supposing that you people have completed your theory courses. So we think all of you are well versed in the theory matters. Now you are being able to do the activities what we have told in this thing. And further you are doing the practical works. So all together you will be very experienced and trained students of MAEL education or PGDAE, even though you are in the open and distance learning. So the program is beautifully arranged. Again and again, I have to tell that this program is very beautifully arranged and it comprises all the possibilities for getting practical provisions and experiences for all the students if you are going through sincerely these sessions. So in the first session is always a beginning one thing will be there. means for the completion of the preparation, attendance and so many other matters will be started in the first beginning session. Then session 1 will be a plenary session to welcome and introduction of the uh, resource person and all. Then the rapport will be there with you and all. Then the session 2, this plenary session will be about the program, brief outline of the program, then about the workshop, overview of the practical work and workshop to be done and sharing of expectations. Then finally, the fourth plenary session will be for adult education versus school education, formal, informal, the concept, characteristics, like that. So there is no need to explain all these matters. If you go through this table, you will get an outline of the activities scheduled in this table. On the basis of this table, we are arranging the matters, and wherever the appendices are used for practical activities, that is also mentioned clearly, and wherever the study materials have to be utilized, has to be utilized for reference, that is also mentioned. So as per the suggestions given in this one, many social group activities are also given. Many assignments will be there after going home, how to prepare and how to bring it back the next day, submit it. Sometimes you have to present it among the peers, and comments will be from the experts, and the workshop director will be giving some suggestions, guidelines on that. So many things will be there. Preparation of reading materials, audio, video materials will be there. Visual videos you have to prepare within the time of this. Some magazines you have to prepare. Some field works you have to do. So one day or one session maybe for, sometimes one day for visiting an adult education center, or the community resource centers or state resource center, wherever it is necessarily and nearly available with the study center. Definitely the study center will arrange that field work visit and all. So be the part of it, go there, inspect what all things and observe, and have a participatory training, like experience there with the workshop, and report it everything. Finally, you have to submit the report also. So every day something you have to, some reports and some documentations, maybe how to be done from your side. This has to be discussed among the groups. You have to make it correct, and you have to improve your activities. Finally, the whole reports have to be submitted for getting the workshop 2 credits of 12 days. So it should be conducted very punctually, and your attendance is very much essential in all the sessions. Nobody will be allowed to exit or escape from the 12 days workshop like that. So you have to arrange your, you would think that you are getting a very good, very reputed certificate. You are very good master degree certificate from a university like IGNOU. So definitely you have to have the mindset to spend some time with the practitioners or the educationers. So don't say that I have no time, that is why I joined for open distance education. Yeah, open distance education is also having its own norms and regulations, isn't it? Without completing that, you won't be eligible to get the certificate. So for that, we are not calling you to attend the sessions every day. Without attending the regular sessions, only by 12 days workshop or other activities, you are getting a 2-year degree program. So cooperate with that and be in the workshop. So all these things are mentioned here. Go through this. You don't think that this today's orientation session, counseling session is sufficient and enough for doing all these things. I am giving you a guideline today. But further you have to go through the handbook. I think this will be easy for you after going through this one, when you are present in this orientation counseling session. For that only. That is what the meaning of counseling session. You don't expect that I have to hold everything. And for easy reference, you don't put all your questions in the group. That also I have to tell you. Because I am a regional director here now. I have a lot of works. I have a lot of activities and responsibilities. But as an academic counselor, definitely I will help you. Even for the queries and grievances of the students, I am properly answering and responding through phone, my own phone. So in the same way, it is to be utilized. But whatever things you can refer and study and get information from the documents given to you as in the form of study material and handbook, etc., use it. If you are not getting it, then only you can. Then others also can help. You don't expect all the answers from me. That is why this group. If any of you are knowledgeable about that, you can give immediately the response to. I like that when you are preparing some assignments and all, some writing reports and etc. Whoever is familiar with that, whoever is known to that, please share your experience. That is why this peer group. The peer group is a very essential component for open distance learning. So one of the activity is also for your peer group. In the activities, one activity is for peer group. That is the third activity in which your peer involvement is very much needed. I will tell you about that. Now, the detailed guidelines of the activities, one day, one session, 1, 2, 3, like that. The whole day's activities are given here. Please go through that. Take time for that. 12 days activities are given very much clearly. I think no other workbook or handbook is elaborately giving this type of guidance to the students. It looks like a teacher, and that much importance is given to this handbook regarding this practical ones. Now, the third and compulsory work of our category is adult education training centers or institution-based practical activities. This institution is an adult education training center or continuing education training center. You have to visit there, and your role is as an intern. Actually, this is your internship. So, the school is giving two type of opportunities to you, and they are considering the students in two categories. The one is pre-service students and in-service students. You know what it is. Pre-service students means the students who are engaged with this program, having not engaged with any other work, and the students, and you are expecting a job or engagement after the studies. That is pre-service students. And most of our learners are in-service learners, and because you are working somewhere. So, and some of the adult education students, they are true in-service practitioners of adult education and continuing education or extension education field. Some people may be from some of the adult education centers, or I think some government departments of people may be here along with you. They are well versed in the activities. They can be the mentors of their peers. That is what I am telling. In this third work, you are getting two types of experiences. One is as an intern, two is as a mentor. Means these two are considered for reporting. If you are an adult education practitioner or a lecturer or an assistant professor or associate professor or professor in this any of the extension continuing education department, you can be a mentor of your peers. If they are doing an internship in your institution, you be the guide and the mentor, the supervisor of them. That also can be reported along with. So, you are getting different types of experiences in this practical work. One, you can visit an adult education or continuing education center. You can be the part of the activities going on there. You can assess the activities of that adult education center. You can do some case studies of adult education centers. And at the same time, you can contribute by developing some adult education centers or doing some activities for the enhancement of that adult education centers. Like that, you can be at the same time an intern, monitor, researcher, and all. So all these facilities are given in these activities. So what are the categories of activities? We are thinking like that. The categories of students, a student of PGDAE program may fall under sometimes graduates who are unemployed, graduates or those with higher education qualifications who are employed in the field of adult education and or other allied areas. And category C is graduates or other those with higher qualifications who are employed but not in the field of adult education. So, unemployed graduates, graduates who are working in the adult education sector, graduates who are working in the other sectors other than that of adult education. These are the three categories of students who have joined for this adult education program. Why we are categorizing you? According to the category, you can take activities. Activities identified by the different categories of students. One, C1, category 1. One second. One second, please. Okay. Okay. C1, category 1. Working as an intern with any adult education center or institution. That is of 3 credits. Because this program is totally of this is at 5 credits. Okay. This activity is for 5 credits, isn't it? Yes. First community activities were 3 credits, and the second one workshop is of 2 credits, and this is of 5 credits. Among which, if you are going as an Indian, that work will be that means the C1 will be for 3 credits. C2 is acting as a mentor or guide or facilitator for a pre-service student. So you are an in-service student and you are helping our peer by being as a mentor. That is also a 3 credit. So if you are an intern, 3 credit. If you are a mentor, 3 credit. Both are for the categories of students. The first one is for a student of pre-service student. If you are a person who is working in the adult education system, it is your choice to select C1 also. If you want to do again an internship, definitely you can take as an intern. If you want to be an mentor, that also is possible. Both the activities is of 3 credits. Then C3 is forming and running a voluntary organization. You are planning to organize an institution for adult education. That is also, here it is mentioned that for students of all 3 categories, this in pre-service, in-service. In-service is also of 2 types, who are in service in adult education system and outside the system. So all these 3 categories can work for organizing some voluntary institutions for adult education. That is of 3 credits. Visiting another activity, C4, is visiting, observing the functioning of selected centers, institutions, only as an option of activity C1 and or C3. That is of 3 credit. So this visiting is not for the second category people. Why? C2 category comes under the C2 category, the people who are working in adult education system. There is no need of visiting again an institution like that. So C2 is not included for this work. This work of C4 is not for the C2 category because they are already the students of, they are already the in-service people of adult education. So they can opt any other work. I think you got the point, no? Do you have any doubt on this?
Ma'am, they are saying we to do internship. Actually, how much days we should work as an intern?
That I'm going to tell. Now, where you have to work, what work you have to take, that is I am telling. After that, I will tell that. Okay. All that details will be there. Then C4 I already told. C5 has 2 components. Undertaking participatory research. For all the 3 categories of students can do this work. This is of 1 credit. So any of the work mentioned above of 3 credit plus this participatory research 1 credit, then 3 plus 1 4. So 1 more you can utilize. Or content analysis of selected literacy primers, readers or post literacy material. So you can analyze, that is also a research work. Content analysis is also a qualitative type of research work. You can analyze any content prepared for or any reading material prepared for pre literacy activities or post literacy activities. This will be available in the any continuing education center or adult education center. You take it, analyze it as a qualitative research. Otherwise, again, one work is good. So under the category of 5, C5, 2 works are given. One is a participatory research or a qualitative research by analyzing the literature related to continuing education. So any of that research, anyway you have to do one research, either this 5A or 5B. Then 6A, that also have 2 components, that is a choice, conducting a case study of any adult education center. Adult education center case study means it's a big work. The whole activity conducted by that study center has to be analyzed. That is one. That is of 1 credit. Or conducting a simple benchmark evaluation of an ongoing adult education, continuing education program in a selected geographical area. So 2 things are there. Either one research analysis of a assessment study of an adult education center of the whole activities going on there, or a benchmark evaluation. How this is, that is an assessment. One analysis is different and assessment is different. Analysis you can write all the matters. Assessment is you are evaluating whether these things are going on. Benchmark evaluation, that is what. So the quality of the activities going on there, that way you can analyze. This is also a type of research work, analysis work or assessment work. So one research work or an assessment work. Other 3, Indian monitoring, like that 3. So in different categories we have classified these works. So 6 type of works are there. As per the category in which you are included, you can select the works and complete the works. Altogether you have to attain 5 credits. So from the first 5 categories, 3 categories, you can take 4 categories. C1, C2, C3 and C4, there are 3 credit works. Either one you can select. Then from 5, 1 you can take, that is 3 plus 1, 4. From 6, you can select 1. Then again you will get 1 more credit. And then totally 5. Like that, 5 credits you will get after completing these things. So activity C1, C2, C3, C4, anyone. C5, anyone. C6, anyone. Like that you can take the activity at this category. Here they are giving, again the repeated things are given. We have already told about which category a student has to select which work. That is also given in this table. And how to do this work. You were asking me about time and all. This is for helping the student to working with an organization, because you should have a research orientation also regarding your adult education program. That is what. And then you can work with the type of institutions names are given here. You know JSS. Now JSS are working as the skill-based centers for MSD, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, is under the Ministry of Education. And these JSS are working very actively under this ministry nowadays. And for them, and again, another institutions are there, DPSS. DPSS are the District Panchayat Saksharata Samadhis are there. District Institute of Education and Training, that is DIET. And District Resource Units, DRU. All these institutions we have mentioned in our theory classes. And Center and Department of Adult and Continuing Education and Extension Centers in the universities can be selected. Also, state resource units, state literacy missions, Directorate of Adult Education, public library involved in adult education programs. Because public library, wherever we were telling about these works, we were always mentioning the name assistant librarians, the people who have the eligibility of library science, etc. Why? You should know that. I think you know that the library field or the library council of our states were voluntarily involving the adult education and continuing education programs. That is why they are also being included in our sector. So public libraries, you can see any voluntary organization, non-governmental organization like Indian Adult Education Association, etc., can also be selected for your internship, for your research, for your other activities. So the nature of your internship I told you that pre-service student, in-service students, how you have to do that. Pre-service students may do as interns, others may have to have the opportunity for mentors. And first the preparatory work for your internship. What you have to do? You have to identify the list of, I have given, I have read out the institutions which are under the category to be selected for internship and this third category work. You identify the institution with the help of your mentor. So visit the institution, identify new centers, institution of your choice and interest and as of your convenience also. That is also I am adding. And you will assess the suitability of an internship, in which location you have to do, what is the distance from your residence, what is the nature of that institute, and what is the role and how it functions. Like that you identify first. Then select one center. Then you visit the identified center to get the permission of the head of the institution. If needed, you can take one letter from the regional center or study center. Study center is enough. You take one consent letter from the study center requesting the permission, because you are a student of Indira Gandhi National Open University enrolled for the program MA Adult Education, and at present you are seeking one internship or research or something. What you are going to do has to be mentioned clearly, and the student may be permitted to attend, permitted to attach with your institution. Like that, you get a letter from the study center and take it and visit the institution and give it to the head of the institution and get the permission of the institution in writing. So the consent of the head of the institution may have to be produced in writing and keep it, and you have to attach it with your report because it is an authentication. And then you visit the institution. How to visit? You go there very cordially. That is that you know. You go to that. Then the permission letter you submit. First, the requisition letter from the study center. Then get the permission letter from them. Then, when the internship begins, you plan it on which date onwards. What is the duration of the thing? It begins after the workshop. Because the third activity has to be done only after the workshop. Because after the workshop only you will be get acquainted with the activities to be done with the community and to the institution and all. So first, that is why I told workshop first. I was also elaborating for the workshop first. So do like that. Then you visit you plan the institutional activity from what day, which date onwards it has to be started, at what time we are visiting the institution. Like that, all that schedule has to be handed over to the institution. If the concerned persons of that institution is not available on a particular day, sometimes they may not allow you to be there because this is another institution. So in advance, you have to give your plan to the institution, get permission from them. They will arrange somebody to help you there, and there will be some facilitator, and that facilitator will be observing you throughout the program. So that then when does the internship begin and how long does it continue? Like that you decide. There is no particular time is allotted from the university, or this is the answer to the question you asked earlier. The duration you can take how many days you want to. So what type of work you are doing, like that you can plan it. Then When you are acting as a mentor, this is the first thing for internship. If you are acting as a mentor, means you can be the mentor of the colleagues. Because you are an, if you are acting as a mentor, that means you are an in-service person in adult education sector. That is why you are performing like that. Because you know the work, you are having an institution or the work experience you have, so you are an apt person. That also you can report to whom you are mentoring. What was that person doing under you? This is your report regarding your activity. This also will get 3 credits. So the staff in which institution you are taking to mentor that persons, which is the institution you are locating for your activities, like that you write. Then activity 3. If you are not able to perform as a mentor, you can select another category work. Means 3. Forming and running a voluntary organization. No issue. That work also you can do. For that also you have to get the information. What is the peculiarities of an institution and to whom we have to communicate to get the permission or to start. Because first you identify where you want to organize an adult education institution, because it may be a needed thing for your nearest community. If your community doesn't have any such type of institution, you can plan about it. Then you visit some of the organizations, government or other organizations, to help you to start an organization within the community where you reside. So visiting and observing the functioning of selected centers, that is also you can do. So before that, if you are going to do an voluntary organization there, you have to make MOU with the concerned authority, what all facilities, you have to identify one institution, you have to identify the support of the local people, and some other people have to be identified from the society to work with you, and you have to prepare some posters, some pre-materials regarding this adult education centers, and you have to plan what all activities you will conduct there. Like that, some initiative activities you have to plan and report it. That is the thing to be done. This is given in Appendix 14. Appendix 14 is for the initiation or for reporting the initiation of one voluntary activity. This is not for permanently doing a voluntary, but you are taking an initiative for organize an institution. And that appendix will tell you in which way you have to go ahead. And all the activities you are taking for the initiation of this voluntary organization has to be reported in the appendix 40. And activity C4 is visiting and observing the functioning of a selected center. You go there to visit, get the permission from the head of the institution first to visit there, and you decide what all types of, here a lot of institutions are mentioned. 6 types of institutions they are mentioning here to visit. Any formal education center, institute or agency of students from 6 to 14 years means a school. That is a school. And Sasharda Samadhis, other Sasharda Mandals block level and Mandal level Sasharda Samadhis, Panchayat Sasharda Samadhis, Department of Adult Education, Continuing Education Centers, Gen Section, Sansthan and Vocational Training Institutes. Any institutes mentioned here can be selected to visit. And the head of the institution, here a table is given. Who is the head of the institution of each institute mentioned above? You visit them and get the affiliation or get the permission to visit that institution, and you analyze what all works are going on, what are the materials available there, what is the infrastructure facilities, what are the activities going on every day, what is the time schedule for each activities, with which government authority it is connected with, like that you have to write. And you report assets on the basis of the appendix given there. Then activity 5A is also undertaking a participatory research. This is a totally as a research work participatory research means you are becoming the part of the institution and doing a research with the help of that people. Otherwise, you won't get any document or data from that institution. At the same time, you can analyze the content available in that institution to assess the quality and the objective of that content. This will help you to prepare some content materials for the adult education beneficiaries or the system. Then the last activity is conducting a case study with an adult education or continuing education system. And the second part of that is conducting a simple benchmark evaluation of an ongoing adult education, continuing education program of selected geographical area. Means any of the geographical area, one center you identify how they are conducting their continuing education programs and assess, and that also is there. So all together from your selection you can do a work of the third category of 5 credits, and this report will be submitted, and first you get the assessment of the supervisor or mentor, then all together you submit the report in the study center. Study center will do all the activities needed for the assessment of the thing on the basis of the checklist. Checklist is this one. Then they will put the mark and they will submit the same thing into the score, the role of the mentor and the evaluation at the study center, credit points of the activity given to you for this one, and finally you will get the things like that. All the activities, and the time is given here, total hours 90 hours for 3 credits. First you are asking me now, the time you are taking totally as per your convenience. We are not telling you to every day this much of hours you have to go there, but totally 90 hours you have to spend. Means for a 3 credit activity like that, the output for the first C1, C2, C3, C4 activities, the appendix is for 13, and the next activity is of also 3 credit. The time for the all 3 credit activities you have to take 90 hours. Finally, for the 2 credit activity also 60 hours you have to take. So totally you have to 5 credits, so 150 hours you have to spend totally 90 plus 60. 150 hours you have to spend for attaining the 5 credits in the matter. So for each and every work, what are the credit points, what is the role of your mentor, what is the role of your evaluator at the study center, and how you will get the total credits, like that everything is given. So the monitoring and evaluation of practical work already we have told by the 3 levels, by the mentor, by the program study center, by the regional center will also evaluate everything. Regional center is the part of to observe the study center, and the regional center is giving the administrative, financial, logistic support to the study center. Even I told you already that if the study center is not conducting the program, the regional center will help you by communicating with the study center to arrange the thing, or regional center will link you with the school. Whatever it is, the role of the regional center is very much to conduct this thing. And at the same time, the school is also very responsible for that. Adult education training center institutions nearby your center is always helping you to do the things, because you are always connected with some of the centers to do your works. Finally, the evaluation will be by SCD, and appendices I have shown to you, and this way you can finish your activities. So what I was telling is, I have already gone through all these things. So definitely utilize all the appendices given for the preparation of the reports. So along with the appendices means appendices given in this one, other appendices also you can put. Appendices means all the things we are attaching with the final report is appendix. Is it? So photographs, any other thing, any other material you are getting from the study center will be always beneficial for you to get good scores. Submit along with the authentication certification and the assessment of the bond mentor together to the study center. Again and again I am telling you, the the final report has to be submitted at your LSE. LSE will forward everything to the school. School will give the final grades to student evaluation division, and it will be reflected in your grade card. Thus is the process of your practical works. So I think I felt this session was so serious than the earlier theoretical sessions, because this is the practical sessions. So when you complete these practicals fruitfully, then we can say that you have completed your program successfully, and you are eligible to get the credits totally, because mere writing the theory won't do any experience to you to be a adult education practitioner. So, do you have any doubt? The slide show I am stopping here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I think it is 12:20 now. No issue. If you have any doubt regarding this one, you can ask, and otherwise we can find it. What is needed? Please tell me. Anyway, you are in the group. You can clarify these things. Okay. What is your opinion? We are closing or?
Yes, ma'am. If you have any doubt, we will clarify in group.
Yeah, please clarify among the peers. If you are not able to clear it, I will engage. I will interfere. Okay, but I can see what you are telling. If you are giving any wrong information, that may also happen, because whatever be you are, we are students. Sometimes we may write something, means the group has to be utilized only for the interaction of this study matters. Okay, that will be very much strict, and I can also see you. This group is uh, strictly for our study needs. It is what I am thinking. And best wishes for all my leaders. I think almost we have closed one session we have lost earlier. No issue. You have learned, I think, MES 16 a little bit only. I told you regarding the synopsis. You may please go through the synopsis preparation matters given in the handbook and do it very nicely. If you have any doubt, we can clear it in the group. Okay, thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank,
Yeah.
thank you
Anybody
so much,
from
ma'am.
IGNOU?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So
Thank
good
you, ma'am.
learners and good practitioners of this one. Thank you very much for, because your presence was very much happy, giving me very much happiness, because good number of students were there. This is good. You tell your colleagues who are not joined in this one and share. I think this is a recorded session. You will be getting the recorded link for further reference also. This is a recorded session. That also there. So, okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, you can leave. I will tell the a person to close that it is recorded.